Hello, chess friends. Today we are back with another adventurous game by the one and only Wilhelm Steinitz himself. Let's start this game. The game started e4, d6, the modern defense, d4, bishop d7, c3. Steinitz always liked the safe center. b6, bishop e3, bishop b7, knight d2, d6, knight gf3, and now e5 is played, which is a dubious move because this move it just blocks your bishop. D takes c5, d takes d5, and your bishop is blocked. In the game, they should have played knight d7 and then something like c5 or knight gf6 short castle. Knight d7 was better, but e5, d takes c5, d takes c5, bishop c4 was played, and now the threat of knight g5 is looming, and knight e7 is a mistake. What should I have played was queen e7. What would you do after knight e7? Pause the video and think. If you found it, kudos to you. It's really hard. Bishop takes f7 check, a bombshell. And after king takes f7, most people would say, oh, I get the idea, you want to play knight g5 check. Sadly, that isn't true. You see, knight g5 check, it's still winning, alright? That's not bad. But what is even more winning than knight g5 is queen b3. The engine may not get this, but it is more winning. Like you have to give a whole piece, and if you play king f8, oh god, this is bad. This is bad. f4 is coming. No shot. See f4. No shot. You can survive this. So that's why. So that's why 97 is a huge mistake. And then you say, oh, Steinitz took, and then, yep, the game ended. Nope. Steinitz went queen e2. I think that he had some sort of plan in place. That's why he didn't go with like the continuation, main continuation, something like that. I think he had a plan in place, or else the continuation just wins. Still, this is also much better. Now short castle h4. Now we have a classic flank attack with a close center. Now this is very good for white because white can just advance his pawn and then get his queen, but white cannot be attacked because his center is so secure. Black shouldn't have castled here. Black should have played something like knight d7. That would have made way more sense. But still there's bishop takes f7 check. Also, like in a scenario like this, yeah, there's a good move. Knight c8, trying to remaneuver the knight to d6, and then short castling or knight d7, knight f6, and then short castle. You see, after short castle, h4 comes, knight d7. Now you may think that let's just play long castle and then we'll continue the attack, but now knight f6 is coming. Not in this context, but in another context, this can be really problematic. So that's why we go straight with the attack. Knight f6, and now you may think that the e5 pawn is hanging, and it is, but Steinitz doesn't take it. Steinitz goes for an kind of positional approach instead with s takes g6, knight takes g6, and now long castle. The idea of this is to bring the knight to f5 potentially, and if the knight goes to f5, the game is just over. White just wins. So c5, now one plan is to of course bring the knight to f5, but the more direct plan is to just play knight g5, and here the best thing for white is that firstly move. Best thing for white is that black can't play h6 because very good, knight takes f7 is coming. Yep, that's very bad. That's really bad. Like here it it isn't possible to play queen g4, but if queen g4 was possible, that would be really bad. And we are just winning so many pawns, like bishop takes h6 is just like, yep. No, it's just really bad. We have we have 2 pawns up and knight c4. Boom. This is just crushing. So that's why h6 can't be played. Now a6 is played, and a6 also can't be played because I'll give you a little hint, because this one might be a little tough for some people. It's a whole combination evolving around the h file. Oh, I've given too much up. This should be easy. So knight takes h7, knight takes h7, and now you may be like, oh, queen h5, game over, resign. But you can play queen h5. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's still winning. But like here, it's totally winning. But you can win in a flashier way, and you can do that by playing rook takes h7, and this is just a absolute bulldozer. Like, black can't do anything against this. King takes h7, queen h5 check, king g8, and now white plays queen takes g6, queen f6 comes, and then white can play like queen h5, and then something like rook a8, rook h1, and white is totally winning, right? No, white just plays rook h1 and starts the carnage immediately. h7 square is hanging. There's only thing which you can do, and that is rook e8. But now we take, and now the difference is that f7 is hanging. So black has to play queen f6. Now this may not look that bad for black. I mean, yeah, black is holding on, but there's a secret combination here. Pause the video and think. An absolute bulldozer of a move. Bishop takes f7 check ends the show here, because queen takes f7 is met by rook h8, king takes h8, and queen takes f7, and this is just absolutely undefendable. Firstly, your bishop is hanging, and secondly, I'll just bring all of my pieces in and finish the position. Like, it's probably, yeah, +5, impossible to defend. And if you play king f8, then, well, then we have to think, because what do we do here? Well, we can just take, yeah, we can just take, takes, and then this is winning even if you get into the end game, I think. So this is not much of a problem. But I think the main thing will not to be getting in the end game and just keeping the queens. And this would be as easy. This would be pretty simple. Like, we'll just play rook h7 and then target this bishop, bishop h6, on and on. So let's recap this game. Amazing game by Steinitz. Absolutely hats off. But the thing that popped the most was his understanding of a flank attack and when he should do it. So that was his plan all along, to start the flank attack, and it was just unstoppable. I mean, if you have a safe center and you attack on the flank, your attack is almost destined to succeed if you don't blunder. That's just how it goes. So today we saw a really powerful flank attack by Steinitz against Mongrendian in 1863. Alright, so like, share, and subscribe for more tips and tricks like this. And I and goodbye. See you in the next game.